Hello friends, Clage back to another Punishing Grey Raven video today, and we are about 2.5 weeks away from our next global synchronization patch, which is going to be Dream Till the Timeless End. So, I want to go over real quick what is coming in that patch so you can better prepare and be ready for everything. This is just going to be kind of a quick summary. Once I get my test server access, which should probably be within the next week at most, I will do a full tour of that for y'all and show you all the changes in action and all that good stuff. But let's go over what's going to be happening in this patch and make an important note that this is our final patch before the DMC collab. So this will be the last chance to grab as many rewards, as many upgrades, all that good stuff for your characters to build up your black cards and all that stuff ready for DMC. So this is your last shot to get prepared before we dive into the most important collab this game has ever had. But let's take a look at what is coming down the pipe. So Dream Till the Timeless End will be a triple patch with 2 paid S ranks on it. So we will have Selena Pianissimo. I probably mispronounced that like I do all the time, but bear with me. She is a physical attacker. She will be replacing Bianca Stigmata on the physical team. We will be getting Geiravor Daybreak. Geiravor is an A-rank dark attacker, so you don't need to worry about rolling her, building her up for meta teams or anything like that. If you are a Geiravor fan, and I definitely get it, I am as well, she will most likely be given to us for free all the way to Triple S+, just as all the other A-ranks have been during the global sync, so you'll be able to get her maxed out and ready to go if you'd like to build another A-rank and have another dark attacker handy. And then lastly, we will be getting Vera Geiravor. I'm probably going to mispronounce that 27 times until I hear it exactly. Feel free to tell me how to do it down in the comments. You guys all know I'm terrible pronouncing these names. But anyway, Vera will be coming on as our new fire amplifier, giving one of the single oldest units in the game a chance to hit the pine and retire, that being Live Imperia. So that is a truly, truly old school unit that is finally getting updated. So 2 paid S ranks, 1 free A rank coming around. In addition, Alyssa Echo will be getting a leap skill this patch. So once we have that available, I will do a guide on her leap skill and go over how to leap her just like the other characters. So look forward to that. In addition, we will have 9 new coatings coming in this patch. So we have a free coating for Teddy, a free coating for Crimson Weave, and a free coating for Geiravor. So all of those will be 100% completely free for you to pick up. We have paid coatings for Selena, for Honging Solace Tune, for Lilith, Vera herself, and for Nana Knight. Nana Knights has a Monster Hunter reference in it, so if you are a Mon Hun fan, definitely consider picking this one up for 168 rainbow cards. Lastly, we will have a new gacha coding. Lucia Pyro Oath gets her literal waifu coding, the actual wedding dress and the whole 9 yards. So if you've been waiting to actually wife up Lucia, you will now be able to do so for 500 rainbow cards or a boatload of your BC. But if I had to guess, most of you are not willing to spend black cards right now with Devil May Cry literally 2 months away. But those are all the coatings that are going to be available in this patch, all the characters as well. Let's take a look at some other things that will be happening in this patch. So, the weapon coding shop will be getting some updates. Weapons that have weapon coatings that have been featured on prior battle passes are going to be added into the weapon coding shop that you can purchase for weapon coding blueprints. You can accumulate these for free by doing your dorm missions every day and then buying the blueprints out of the dorm commission shop, the triangle currency that we get for doing the commissions. So new weapons going into here that you'll be able to get for free if you're looking for some new coatings to pick up during the patch. Let's talk game mode changes next. So the biggest change to the game overall is going to be that co-op is going away. This is a mode that a whole lot of you, especially new players, probably don't even know exists. Because no one uses it anymore. There is a reason it is being completely phased out of the game. For those of you who are newer or do not know, co-op is a very outdated mode and used to be the go-to method for obtaining 5-star weapon shards. They are completely removing this mode. They're removing everything associated with it, including its achievements. So if you have completed co-op achievements in the past, they will be removed from your total number of achievements. And the replacement for getting 5-star weapon shards is just going to be a daily quest. So now we will have a daily mission, and that mission will be to use 300 serum in a day. After you use 300 serum, you will get a reward box that contains 30 5-star weapon shards. Obviously, this will multiply depending on what kind of patch we are in for what's left of the global sync. So for the duration of Dream Till the Timeless End, that will give you 90 total 5-star weapon shards instead of 30 since it's a triple patch. If we have another double patch afterwards, then you will get 60 from the daily reward. So getting 5-star weapon shards will now be a lot more consistent and simple. You won't have to deal with co-op. Co-op is notably a very laggy mode where playing with other players has always been a little janky. So this does not mean that all co-op modes are going away, by the way, just the co-op mode for farming the 5-star memory shards. So any event stuff like the cat and mouse mini game or any of the photo taking mini games, all of those will still exist and they will still come up for various events. This is just the closing down of this particular co-op mode. And again, a lot of you never knew it existed, and the rest of us haven't used it in years. So this is not really a big loss of any type. It's just going to be much more convenient to get 5-star weapon shards, which is very notable for all you free-to-play players out there, because you probably are rocking at least a few 5-star weapons for your S ranks. Other changes to game modes coming. Pain Cage will be rotating out one boss, putting them in the outlier point, so we have a new boss that you can fight whenever you want to test stuff out. In addition to that, we will be getting one new boss added to the main Pain Cage rotation, and we will getting 2 new bosses added to Intensive Battle. So if you are able to do Ultimate Pain Cage and reach that 180k threshold, or 1.8 million, I should say, threshold on your weekly clears, there will be 2 more new bosses that will show up depending on who they add each week in the Intensive Battle mode. So, minor update to Pain Cage there. The more notable update coming to a game mode will be for Warzone. So, first and foremost, within Warzone itself, we will now get a wave split timer in the upper left corner of the screen. This basically works like a speedrunning timer. If you know anything about that scene, I might know a thing or two. It will show you what wave you are on, and when the wave is clear, it will show you how far ahead or behind you are compared to your best clear of that stage currently. So this will be a very handy tool to be able to go in and figure out where you might be losing time in a given part of Warzone, where you might need to alter your rotations, your approach to finish off a wave or a boss or whatnot. Very, very handy tool. That's going to be a very welcome thing and should help everyone optimize their Warzones a bit better. In addition to that, the entropic area of Warzone will be getting a new elemental affix added to it. We will now have glaciation as an option. The glaciation stage will lightly increase ice damage while greatly increasing glaciation. So glaciation teams now will become a thing that actually can matter in combat. So right now we currently only have a couple, that being Wansha and Yatafolgor. So the glaciation team is still coming into its own. I do not know for sure if glaciation is Selena, or it obviously wouldn't be Vera, as that wouldn't make any sense considering she's a fire amplifier. But I actually don't know Selena's elemental fix. If she has one, I assume she does. But I'll get that into the guidance stuff. But just note that glaciation will be a thing going forward in the Warzone. So if you want to try and prepare for that, you absolutely can. Other quality of life features we are getting in this patch. The research log will be getting an update. So currently the research log only displays your last 10 rolls on any given banner. That is being bumped up to your last 100 rolls, and it will save for a total of 6 months. So however many polls you have made in the last 6 months up to 100 will be visible in the research log going forward. So useful if you want to look back and see, you know, how many times you had to go to pity, or if you went to pity on a weapon and had to wait to try and guarantee the next weapon, stuff like that. Not a huge change, but a nice little quality of life to have going on for us. In addition, we will be getting comics added to the Codex database, so you'll be able to go in and look at those at your leisure, check out all the art and all that good stuff. Most of the comics that have been made for PGR have incredible art, so this will be a nice feature if you just want to have access to those, take some screenshots to use for, you know, your own stuff, and to have handy for desktop backgrounds or whatever you want. So Nice thing there. In addition, we are getting an S rank selector that will go up to Chu Shukra. So what this means is a decent number of newer S ranks will not be available on this particular S rank selector. So characters you will not be able to tank on this selector. Hanyang Solastune will not be available. Lucia Pyro Oath will not be available. Chu will, Wansha will not. You will not be able to pick Wansha from this S-rank selector. You will not be able to pick up Nana Knight from this S-rank selector. You will not be able to pick up Lilith from this S-rank selector, and you will not be able to pick up Ishmael or Luna Oblivion. So, if you're looking for the TLDR on the S-rank selector, the two most likely choices you are going to be taking are either Chu herself. If you are lacking an ice attacker, Chu is the best far and away for it. She will serve you very well and bolster your ice team by quite a lot. The other notable option will be Watanabe. Watanabe, of course, is the fire tank. That means he is going to be a best friend to Dante once Dante releases during the DMC collab. So if you're looking for my suggestion on who to pick for the S-rank selector, I would choose either Shu or Watanabe. That said, if you have a hole on your roster and want to go back and pick up someone a little bit older, you can. One thing I will note is Lamia is available on this S-rank selector if you are lacking a dark attacker. However, we are getting Jetta V for free. Jetta V is not going to be as strong as Lamia. That's not how A ranks ever work. That said, we do know Lamia's replacement is coming. It has already been announced that there is a new frame coming after the DMC collab, which will either be the first patch after or 2 patches after. That will be a new dark attacker. So Lamia is actually going to be replaced probably within the next 4 months at most. So just keep that in mind if you're thinking about picking her up with that particular S-rank selector. Yeah, that pretty much covers it for now. I expect there to be a few more things that haven't been listed out yet. The Global Sync always has some little quirks to it and all that good stuff. But once I get my test server access, I'll give you the full in-depth deep dive, and we'll go in and take a look at everything in action, show off the split timer, all that fun stuff. But just wanted to get this out and get everybody prepared. I am mostly getting myself ready to start working on stuff for the next patch, because again, we're only 2.5 weeks away, so bear with me while videos are a little bit slower than normal. I also have a lot of Evo work right now. Event season is in full swing for me, so it might be a few days longer between uploads here for a little bit, but once we get till Dream of the Timeless End, I will be doing all the guides and all the stuff you would always expect. But if you have any questions about the upcoming patch or curious about how to prepare for it, let me know down in the comments. This one should be pretty straightforward. There aren't major overhauls of the game coming in this patch, which is not the worst thing, because that just means we can all focus on getting ourselves ready and built up for the DMC collab. But again, keep in mind, this is a triple patch with 2 paid S ranks. Both those S ranks are going to be incredibly strong characters that will hold their meta spot probably for at least the next 2 years. So I know a lot of you are planning on skipping these, and I totally get it. Collab only runs once. There's always going to be chances to go back and get old characters via S-rank selectors or guaranteed rank-up banners. So we'll get into all the nitty-gritty of that once the patch is actually available on the test server and on global. But for now, that's going to cover everything. So let me know if you got any questions. As always, appreciate all the support and feedback. If you want to do the YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe. It's always appreciated, never necessary. And I'm going to call this one good for now. So y'all have a good day. Take care of each other, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.